Number 2, I wrote here, when there is no one else to seek assistance from, there is no greater asset than husnu-dhann. It does not only increase iman in Allah, but one actually witnesses Him before witnessing how He brings about relief. So when you're in that depth of weakness and low, always bring your faith forward. Test your faith with husnu-dhann. Practically do that. Fight with yourself to find husnu-dhann towards Allah Jalla wa Ala. This is something practical. I.e., when you're so low and there's no way out, the only battle then is the battle of not iman. The battle is battle of husnu-dhann. Is can you find Allah not in terms of iman, but in terms of Him bringing a khair for you through this trial. If you can find that, then you actually witness Allah. You witness Allah, not you believe in Allah. You actually witness Allah. And I say this often also. I say, I remember, I don't know if you were in that class where I said we need to believe and then see rather than see and then believe. I don't know if was it last week? But yeah. There's another statement I always say, and that is, our faith is not about seeing, our faith is about witnessing. So in other words, it's not a blind faith, because there's always something to witness physically. There's depthness in that statement. What I'm trying to say is, our iman is practical, it's real, it's tangible. It's never theoretical, abstract belief in our hearts. It's never the case. So when you're low in your difficulties and challenges and you cannot pick yourself up, fight to find husnu-dhann in your heart. If you can find it, then you will witness Allah before you begin to witness the relief that He brings forth, or the khair He brings forth. I know it's difficult, I know it's tough, but that's where the crunch of your iman and tawheed and ibadah lies. So, number 2 point is, practically find husnu-dhann of Allah by battling your nafs whilst you're in the depth of loneliness. Fight it. Here I wrote a last statement. I said, there is nothing that rests their heart in times of fitan and crisis than husnu-dhann towards Allah and the people. I.e., there is nothing that gives you contentment and peace of mind than husnu-dhann towards people and Allah Jalla wa Ala when there's fitan and crisis going on. Now, don't just have belief in that. Battle that belief and make it a witnessing thing. So you can ask yourself hard questions. There's nothing wrong asking yourself hard questions. So for example, if you're not hopeful, if you're not optimistic, ask yourself why not. Ask yourself that question. Don't be afraid. For example, what's wrong of asking the question of in one moment hundreds of thousands of people in Japan were killed due to the nuclear bomb. You can ask that question. All of those people killed, why? Ask that question. So many people are oppressed in so many ways. Ask that question, why? There's nothing wrong with asking the question, because there's Allah Jalla wa Ala. But for you need to find the supreme wisdom. You need to find the relief afterwards. You need to find the answers from Allah Jalla wa Ala. But if you don't ask the questions, He will not give the answers to you. And thereby, you will be within hopelessness. And you will be people of pessimism rather than optimism. So ask the tough questions. Most of the time when I'm alone, I ask the most toughest questions. And I try to find the answers. Like the example I gave, like in one incident, hundreds of thousands of people were killed. Why? Yeah? What was the fruit of that? What was the outcome? What was the result? Yeah? It could be anyone, it could be me and you in that bomb. Yeah? So many people are oppressed in so many ways. What is the outcome? So many human beings were killed in World War I and World War II. What is the outcome? So all of these questions which are tough, ask and find out. Because the answers are there. Allah gave the answers. You know, a lot of times we say the Quran is filled with qasas. Yeah? The Quran is filled with stories. A lot of times we say this. Some of the ulama divided the Quran into 5 types, and one of them is qasas. But in the nutshell, that qasas is nothing but speaking about people who are what? Oppressed. And how they came the oppression. Yeah? How they overcome the oppression. Or how Allah took account of the people who were oppressing. So in reality they are not qasas. In reality they are not narrations. In reality they are what? They are relative to us. They are related to us. Because that same cycle of oppression is continuing and is continuous. So Allah is telling, in other words, Allah is saying to the oppressed, don't worry, I'm here. And Allah is telling the oppressors, don't worry, I'm also here. For example, me thinking for years now on the issue of oppressors and oppressed, have come to some conclusions. For example, that actually the ones who are oppressing are never strong. Actually the ones who are being oppressed, they are stronger. And I've come to those conclusions due to thinking and reflecting. But we tend to think that the one who's oppressing, they are stronger. The ones who are oppressing, they are not strong. The ones who are being oppressed, they are stronger. Now one may say that's a sign of Allah, that He exists. But I go further and say, no, it's not a sign of Allah only. Rather, it's a sign that there is a sunnah in His creation. So it's not just something abstract, that Allah exists, that's why He makes the weak stronger. No, that's not the case. He has created within the creation a sunnah, that there is a apparent strength and there is a subtle, hidden or unseen strength. And that unseen strength which is within the people, that is more stronger than the physical strength. And that's the morality, that's the principles, that's the vision and mission and ambition. That's wanting to establish khair or do khair or help people and assist. That sacrifice and selflessness and so forth and so on. They are more stronger than the opposites of them. And eventually that wins. Always. Always. He never loses. So the more you reflect on these matters, the more you understand not only Allah but who we are as human beings, and then more importantly who we are as Muslims.